This mutation is called Temple of Rebirth, and it is played on Temple of the Past. We have 3 mutators active. We have Barrier, we have Just Die, and we have Life Leech. So, let us have a look at the masteries while the players get set up. 30 points into the Unit Vitality Mastery, 30 points into the Chrono Wave Energy Regeneration Mastery, and then we have a 129 split into the Spirit of Dune Energy Mastery. Karax going for the Architect of War Prestige, which is interesting because, like, this one is the IDEF Prestige, right? This is the one that, like, has all the buffs on the structures, but it's gone into the Unit Vitality Mastery here, so I'm not sure if that is intentional or might have been a mistake or an oopsie, but Zagara, on the other hand, has gone for 3 points of Zagara Energy Regeneration. Zagara has Intensified Frenzy buff, and then 30 points into the Roach Damage Mastery. Zagara playing the Scourge Queen Prestige, so Zagara is actually not available. This first mastery is pretty much a dead mastery, but that is going to be fine. So, Zergling's just nibbling away on this. So far, so good. Nothing really of interest. So let us talk about this mutation this week. And this one is going to be a little bit difficult. On the weekly mutation shorts video, I did mention that free-to-play players will be struggling a little bit on this mutation because these mutators are actually reasonably unpleasant when they are combined together. Just Die in itself is, means that you're dealing with 2 times the normal amount of energy HP of enemy HP, but in addition to that, you also have the Life Leech buff, which causes them to keep healing as they deal damage. So it will be a little bit of a struggle, but we will see what the resident mutation memers are up to in this week's mutation. And you can see already we have a bio launcher coming up. I'm trying to find where this magical bio launcher is, but we do have a bio launcher being made, and we have another drone coming up over here as well. So yeah, so far we have 1 bio launcher, and Karax using his Spear of Dune energy to start weakening these enemy forces. You can see that we are dealing with Terran Marines, so this is going to be one of the 2 bio compositions that are available. And so far, so good. All seems to be okay. Enemy composition is the classic infantry, and now the bio launcher is ready. And we have another evolution chamber coming up right now, and this looks like this is going to be a full IDEF game. It might be. So we'll see how these players are going to go and deal with the rest of this. We do have a Nexus that is being built in this spot over here. Is this going to be another Warzone thinks outside of the box game? So the Nexus here. Oh, yep, that is indeed the plan. So Ankalagon has decided to put down a pylon where the Nexus should be. Very, very nice. So this game just like oozes confidence. It just shows you, it's like, you know what, I'm not afraid. I'm just gonna gimp my economy just so that I control. And this is exactly what seems to be going on right here. Next attack wave is on the way, and we do have 1 bio launcher so far. And I think the next bio launcher will be coming up as well. We do have some Stargates being built as well now by Karax. So this will be okay. This Stargate might actually have to get cancelled, and I think it looks like it survived. Okay, that Stargate actually survived. It did take a lot of hull damage, so this thing might just end up at about 50% HP by the time it is constructed, but reasonably well handled over there. So Karax mining in the weirdest possible way. And if it wasn't already crystal clear, do not do this at home. These people are trained mutation memers. They've been memeing mutations for several times over the course of these gamecasts. And actually, Ankalagon is a twice co-op tournament champion winner. He has won both co-op tournaments that I have hosted in the past. So probably one of the better mutation players I have seen. Very, very fun to watch him play. So we do have the double bio launcher upgrades now that are out. And I think Zagara, if Zagara is going to be going for the bio launcher kind of play, I think that is pretty much it. That's all the upgrades that Zagara needs for her bio launchers. So now we have a Tunafish Hybrid that has spawned, and Karax will probably be trying to take that out. Unfortunately, this Tunafish Hybrid will also have the Just Die buff. So as soon as Karax kills off this Tunafish Hybrid, is going to start spawning again. Keep forgetting what it's called, Hybrid Nemesis. That's what it's called. And yeah, so we have another attack wave coming up on the back as well. The first Void Thrasher will be spawning as well. And remember that Void Thrasher will also have the Just Die Mutator applied to it. So you will need to kill Void Thrashers twice in a row, which is also something that makes it a little bit more difficult. Karax is going to be building a carrier right now. So this, you can see the effectiveness of these bio launchers right now. These bio launchers are also being buffed by the... There we go. But bio launchers are able to kill this off, and yeah, the bio launchers do get the buff as well from Karax's Chrono Wave. So that is actually really good utility of that, allowing these bio launchers to clear these things out. But remember that this is only the first part of the mission. There are going to be 2 more lanes that will be active in just a little bit. So we have a bunch of drones already spawned. They're going to be putting down some evolution chambers. Little attack wave over here. Spine crawler to try and stall at least a little bit. Karax's carriers are now out as well, with the help of the Chrono Wave, so he's able to get a few of these carriers out quickly, and then he also uses the Spear of Doom to kill off the rest of the attack wave. So the first Void Thrasher now has spawned, and it will start to deal damage to the temple. And unfortunately, this mission cannot really be stalled. It is an auto-scroller, and they just have to hurry up. So evolution chambers coming down, bio launchers being made as well by Zagara, and that should be able to hold, at least temporarily. I think they will require the Chrono Wave help from Karax, so I do not think that this is going to be possible to deal with in any other way, shape, or form. The Void Thrasher just getting left right now, and Karax has to go and deal with this next attack wave that's coming up his way. Unfortunately, this Void Thrasher is still up, and then we'll start attacking Temple. So we have some more Spine Crawlers, Evolution Chambers out as well. And unfortunately, Amon's forces are going to start taking these things out, and there will be a few losses over here. Karax does use his Solar Lance, and he has actually gotten the Solar Flare upgrade here. So this Solar Lance actually deals dot damage right now, which is actually a really good call for Karax, and that does end up clearing out the most of this attack wave at least. This Void Thrasher is still out, and I think Karax will have to go and deal with that while Zagara holds, because otherwise this may be a bit of a problem. The temple cannot survive all Void Thrashers just wailing on it, so commanders will have to try and deal with it. This is the first set of the double-pronged attack waves that will be making its way here, and I think Karax is just a little bit away on his Chrono Wave. He will need Chrono Wave active for the next part here. And remember, these bio launchers will get targeted down by Amon's forces. So Pure Fire Beam getting utilized here. So Pure Fire Beam will take out these 2 Tuna Fish hybrids. Over here, unfortunately, a lot of these bio launchers have gone down, and the bio launchers are pretty much the only thing that can be used now to deal with this Tuna Fish hybrid. I don't know if it has been killed off or still not. Yeah, so it's gonna end up respawning. So there is a bit of a problem here. A Queen does get added to the mix here to try and keep these bio launchers alive and try and transfuse them, but unfortunately the Fish Hybrid OP and their siege tanks on the low ground as well. I think these bio launchers will be able to kill off these siege tanks eventually, but remember, they do have the Just Die buff, so you will have to kill them twice. Over here, the Void Thrasher being a little bit annoying as well, and yeah, there we go. I think this Void Thrasher will... Yeah, unfortunately also with the Life Leech, the Void Thrasher is able to heal up when it deals damage with its ability. I think it was a question that was asked a little bit on the weekly Mutation shorts. I was almost sure it did heal, but I was not certain. Now I have confirmed that as well. So, siege tanks on the low ground here, dealing a lot of damage to the Spine Crawlers. And then the bio launchers will start to get targeted down, I think, but the bio launchers will be able to clear this. One last siege tank left over. Over here, this Tuna Fish Hybrid still alive, being a little bit annoying, but finally does it get cleared out. And now Evolution Chambers have been rebuilt here to just wall off this ramp. So we have another attack wave coming up over here. Bio launchers getting retargeted on this side, and the bio launchers should be able to clear out at least a good chunk of these forces. But see how like Amon's forces will just ignore these targets, and they will just go straight for the bio launchers, because the bio launchers are the things that deal damage, and they have the higher aggro priority. Over here, Karax is starting to push in now with his carriers and slowly start to clear these things out. Graviton and Warp Catapult upgrade has been researched for his carriers as well. Very powerful upgrade. And now we have the Chrono Wave being utilized here. And now Zagara is going to be able to just instantly just delete all these hybrids really quickly. All these hybrids will get cleared out. There are some siege tanks on the low ground as well. Siege tanks do get wiped out. And that is the end of those hybrids as well. So what do we have in terms of units so far? We have 7 carriers for Karax, which is really good. In terms of structures, we have 23 bio launchers. Lots of pylons being put down over here as well. And as soon as the guard is able to get a good number of bio launchers out, they will be able to hold pretty well. So very good utilization of the Chrono Wave as well as the bio launchers on in terms of defending as well. Like you will notice that these bio launchers are not just parked and just targeted somewhere else. They are actually manually retargeted to deal with the attack waves. And if you do intend on doing this play for whatever reason, I have no idea why you'd want to play in this kind of play style. You have to make sure that you constantly retargeting your bio launchers as what Zagara did over here. So. And actually, Karax is going for the bonus objective right now, which I think is okay. The drop attacks have started to spawn. Unfortunately, the one queen just gets instantly deleted by Amon's forces, and Karax will have to try and deal with that himself. He does have enough energy over here. He's sitting at about 220 energy so far. Karax will be able to take out at least the first of the 3 bonus objectives over here. So bonus objective will get cleared out. Unfortunately, a lot of these interceptors are going down, which is very unfortunate. But finally, the thing goes down. Another drop attack coming out, and all these drones are in the line of fire, and they have to actually run away. Bio Launcher is getting retargeted right now, and the Bio Launchers will be able to deal a good amount of damage, but the next Void Thrasher has spawned on the northern lane, northwestern lane, so... Or we can say on the left-hand lane, but it's just some of Marines are being a little bit annoying. Finally, they get taken down. What are the losses so far? This game is going to be, there's a lot of cards. Yeah, 5 bio launchers going down, that kind of stings. Surprisingly, Karax has not lost very much. He's lost to 1 pylon, so Karax will have to move towards this Void Thrasher and deal with that. He does have an Observer as well added to the mix here. I don't really think that, are there any cloaked units here? This is a classic infantry. I guess the Ghosts will be there, which is okay, but the Ghost really won't be able to drop any nukes as long as all the lanes are cleared out. But Karax now is going to start attacking this Void Thrasher out, and unfortunately the Void Thrasher is going to be able to heal with the Life Leech Mutator here. There is another attack wave coming up over here, which is a little bit annoying. Zagara has a few Banelings added to the mix here just to try and help out a little bit, but these Banelings are going to end up going down because they're unable to path into this enemy force area here. And now Void Thrasher again is going to maybe cast another ability and heal up. So he'll cast another ability. Yes. Oh, a very nice cast there. Karax does end up killing off the Void Thrasher before its ability go triggered and healed it up a little bit more, which is really good. Unfortunately, over here, Zagara might be struggling a little bit with dealing with this Tunafish hybrid over here. Siege tanks also being very annoying. Those are like probably the most dangerous units to deal with Zagara, because like her bio launchers can reach, but they shoot from really high range. And now this Tunafish hybrid is going to get targeted out as well. Lots of chrono boots on these bio launchers here. Why? Just why? There's a fleet beacon in place of a Nexus. We have lots of Nexuses being built right now by Karax, and Karax is going to be using these Nexuses to chrono boost. Ideally, I think what he's trying to go for is almost all of the bio launchers, which is a really good idea. So these bio launchers will be able to get buffed as well. Remember, the chrono boost buffs will apply to the bio launchers too, because this is the Architect of War. And now we have double nukes out. Now, one thing to note about the double nukes from these ghosts here is that the ghost ability cast will not be cancelled. There's so many nukes being dropped here. The ghost ability cast will not be cancelled if the ghost is killed for the first time and has a just die buff. You have to actually kill the ghost twice for the nukes to be cancelled off, and lots of people are why are these hybrids even over here? But anyway, Hybrid Dominator upset with something, and over here now the right hand front is under trouble, and Karax now has casted his Chrono Wave. Now these bio launchers will be able to deal with pretty much everything over here. Hybrid Dominator gets destroyed over here, and Tunafish hybrids need to be taken out as well. They are not targeting anything right now. Finally, Karax is using his Spear Padoon to try and deal with that, but there is a drop attack over here as well that needs to be dealt with, and there are going to be a lot of losses over here. Now, luckily for Karax, his pylons are not really going to get targeted very much by enemy forces because there are bio launchers and they have a higher aggro priority. Karax wants to try and push in with his carriers, decides that may be an unwise idea because there's a very upset Hybrid Dominator over here right now, and he's going to be pulling his carriers back. But there is another attack wave coming up right now on this northern side, and again, there is a Tunafish hybrid over here. It is trying to somewhat confused as to what to do, and where is it going? The pathing for the AI is so weird. Like, I do not like. I remember I remember very vaguely the patch that just the AI just broke. I do not know what happened, but just the AI just behaves so weird on this map, especially these hybrids. they tend to just run past all your forces. There's a massive attack wave here on the southern side, and these Doomfish Hybrids have actually disabled a lot of, like, a Bio Launcher, and another one of Plasma Blast from the Hybrid Dominator kills off another one of these Bio Launchers. Take your guesses as well as to the losses at the end of this game. I think there is going to be a lot of carnage over here. Another Bio Launcher goes down because thanks to the Hybrid Dominator, and I'm pretty sure this Hybrid Dominator has not been killed off the first time, so Zagara does send in an army of Banelings over here to try and deal with the Life Leech Mutator is just it's so nasty, and now he's going to start targeting other stuff as well. So that carrier does get targeted as well by the Hybrid Dominator, and I think this Hybrid Dominator is being very, very... Okay, now finally Karax's army gets jumped on this Hybrid Dominator and killed it off. But not before a lot of damage has been dealt by Amon's forces, and now we have the double Void Thrasher wave. This thing is going to get really, 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 really hairy, because there is going to be also massive double-pronged attack waves coming up here, and these attack waves are nothing that you can shake a stick at. And I'm gonna try and get... Okay, so Karax has decided to engage this attack wave head on, which is actually really good. So this wave should not really have any issues. He'll be able to even take out the Void Thrasher over here without any problems. This attack wave, though, is going to be a huge problem. Karax will need to use his Chrono Wave to help Zagara out, but Zagara will also have to try and retarget those Bio Launchers so that he's able to take this out. Actually, so far so good. Nothing really too bad. Siege tanks on the low ground here are dealing damage to the Evolution Chambers, which is, you know, somewhat annoying, but I think reasonably okay, reasonably well handled over here. So, what do we have over here? Karax's army carriers are still here, Siege tank over here, and still these Void Thrashers are dealing more damage to the temple. Now these Void Thrashers, I don't think will be able to kill off the temple as long as none of Amon's forces reach the temple as well. So all they have to do is Hodor. There's another Hybrid Dominator over here, and this Hybrid Dominator is going to kill off another one of these Bio Launchers. And again, we have Chrono Wave being utilized now, and Zagara is going to take full advantage of it. Look at the retargeting here for Zagara. Zagara is just going to end up deleting this entire attack wave. And yeah, very nice retargeting here from Zagara. Just like everything she just targets just gets destroyed by the Bio Launchers. Unfortunately, Karax's Chrono Wave does not last forever, and this one Hybrid Dominator has been left as well. And finally now Karax's carriers do want to decide to back out just a little bit, because I think there's another set of Amon's forces that are here. Stimmed Marines also are like pretty nasty when it comes to your interceptors, because they end up deleting your interceptors very quickly. Zagara has built a few more Banelings, and now he's going to end up killing off this Hybrid Dominator, but now we have a triple-pronged attack wave coming up here. Over here, Purifier Beam getting utilized, and that Purifier Beam should be able to kill off most of the enemy forces. There are some nukes being dropped as well over here. Amon's forces are trying to attack. There are 3 nukes being dropped right now, and I think one of these nukes may actually land unless that ghost ends up getting killed off. The nuke is gonna land. That nuke is gonna land, but the Unity Barrier from Karax keeps everything alive. See, Karax is useful. Everything was left alive here. Is the next nuke gonna go up? Nope. Zagara is well aware of what's going on, and that nuke is gonna get destroyed before the ghost is gonna get killed off. Temple has survived. Lots of carnage, but not as much carnage as I was expecting. And that is GG.